Hi everyone! Today, I'm going to tell a story about the parents of a kid who hired a tutor for their son, and she gave extra lessons to each member of their family. Patricia Langley raises her husband, Truman. She heard some sound and is sure that burglars have broken into their house. The couple goes downstairs and finds a girl asleep on the living room couch after last night's party. She thanks them for a great night. But could they please clarify where she is? We are transported to the Lieber family home. In the morning rush, a maid named Belle reminds Alex and his wife Marina that it's their only son Robbie's birthday today. The spouses are very busy people, and Marina asks Belle to wish the boy a happy birthday for them. This is heard by Robbie himself. As soon as the parents leave, the guy goes to the door, but Belle stops him. Seating Robbie at the table, the maid brings out a cake with candles and then gives the guy a gift, a woman's bracelet on his arm, offering to give it to his future girlfriend. At the same time, Truman, getting ready for work, tells Patricia that he's bringing his biggest client to dinner tonight. Truman constantly brings potential clients to the house, throwing parties for them. But nothing goes well with the guy. They dissolve after the parties. If Truman manages to make a deal with tonight's guest, it will solve all the financial problems of the Langley family. To impress his client, Truman even bought a new car, which Patricia is not at all happy about. She wants a house and a family, not mortgage payments. But Truman takes these tasks in stride, promising to get out of debt soon. In the school parking lot, Robbie is invited by one of the girls at his school, whom he really likes, to keep him company in honor of his birthday, but she refuses on the grounds that she has a boyfriend. Robbie's father, coming home from work, learns from Belle that the school called and said that the boy had skipped classes. As punishment, Alex takes away his son's car keys and promises to return them if the boy improves his grades, which Robbie just needs to get into the academy. As evening falls, Truman arrives home with his big client. The guy steps away for a minute, and the client starts groping Patricia, which causes the girl to jump up and demand that Truman tell his client to get out immediately because he's being promiscuous. Truman is sure that Patricia will have to obey him. In order to get this client, she just needs to be patient. At the end of the day, they'll be set for the rest of their lives. Truman exits and his client appears in the kitchen. He starts groping and kissing Patricia, which gives the girl no pleasure coming to work. In the morning, Truman learns that his place in the company has been given to Alex Weston. Robbie's father and Truman himself has been demoted. The management company has favored Alex, who will bring in many new big clients. For Truman, this means total collapse. The next morning, coming work on his day off, Truman puts a bullet in his temple, which he informs his wife, Patricia, about by phone. Alex tells Bella that he'll be working at home all day today in his new office because someone shot himself and he can't come out until they fix the bullet hole in the wall there. Patricia, meanwhile, arrives at the company where Truman works to inquire about an insurance payout since her husband has taken out a life insurance policy. But according to Mike Kramer, the manager of the company, the insurance policy is canceled because Truman committed suicide. Sitting in Mike's office, Patricia notices Alex Weston coming out of her late husband's former office with the very client Truman brought home. Alex and the client head out to lunch. Mike suggests that Patricia stop by Truman's office to pick up the rest of her husband's belongings. Once in the office, the girl prints out information about Alex, believing him to be directly responsible for Truman's death. Patricia then drives to the home of Weston, the client Truman brought in, and kills the man with a pistol shot. Having followed Robbie, Patricia finds out in which school the boy studies, after which she deceives the school's employee that she has recently moved to this city and would like to determine her non-existent daughter here. But first, they want to hire a tutor. While the employee is looking for a list of tutors, Patricia steals a blank form to fill out and sends it to the Western home. The letter states that Robbie's grades are poor, and in order to improve his knowledge, the Weston family needs to hire a tutor. The list of names of which is also in the letter. Marina, Robbie's mother, calls a tutor named Amanda Crestfield, for whom Patricia pretends to be. At the appointed time, the girl arrives at the Western house where she meets Robbie, Alex, and Robbie's parents. They need to start classes as soon as possible because in 2 weeks the entrance exams to the academy, where they are going to give Robbie. But Patricia quits that she's having renovations done on her house right now and can't start classes until a week from now. Robbie brings up the guest house. Marina and Alex are totally fine with Patricia staying with them as long as it's for Robbie's benefit. The next day, Patricia picks Robbie up at school, making a deep impression on his friends. During class, Robbie keeps glancing at those tantalizing Patricia's mounds. A few days later, Patricia meets Marina, who has returned from the store, and helps her to carry the things she has bought to her room. While Marina is unpacking, Patricia prepares a glass of wine with some pills in it and gives it to Marina to drink. In the evening, Robbie's parents go to a charity ball, leaving the boy home alone. Playing in the yard with a ball, Robbie dribbles it toward the guest house where Patricia lives. After picking up the ball, Robbie spots his tutor in her underwear through the window, having slept with the lad. Patricia purposely sits down and begins to fondle herself, peeping at the lad. The spectacle is interrupted by the maid, who threatens to tell her father if she catches Robbie peeping at Patricia again. After chasing the boy away, the maid leaves the Western mansion after asking for the weekend at Alex's. Before they leave, Patricia enters Robbie's room. She asks if the kid liked what he saw through the window. If he wants to look again next time, he better have him come in and ask her. Patricia goes into the guest house, and a minute later Robbie runs in there too, taking off his panties. Patricia promises the kid to teach her everything she knows herself. In the morning, Patricia meets with Alex, thanking him for providing the guest house. Patricia offers Alex a game of pool. Their conversation is watched through the window by Marina, who after last night's wine and pills is not feeling well today. After the game, Patricia returns to the guest house, meeting there Belle, who screws blinds on the windows to prevent anyone from peeping at the girl. After coming to her senses, Marina asks the maid to change the linens, putting everything in a basket. Belle goes down to the basement where the laundry room is located. Carefully stepping on the steps, Belle stumbles over the fishing line that Patricia had purposely strung before dropping the phrase that there are 3 of them left. Patricia goes up to the house. Robbie returns from his exams. After not getting through to Belle, the kid runs to Patricia. Marina returns, seeing the basket of linens that Belle never delivered. Marina opens the basement door and discovers the dead maid. To distract from the incident, Alex, in the middle of the night, goes to play billiards where he is caught by Patricia. The girl begins to seduce the man. At this time, Robbie walks around the territory, who notices how his father drives the balls not in the hole, which he says to Alex when he goes out to the pool to catch his breath after the game played. In the morning, Alex writes for work, but he's worried about Marina. Patricia reassures the man that she will look after his wife. Walking up to Marina, Patricia begins kissing her. The womanizing is interrupted by Robbie, who has returned from school early. Patricia enters his room and tells him that she knows that Robbie saw them playing pool with his father last night. Kid, but she wasn't doing it of her own free will. Alex allegedly forced her to do it. Robert, furious, wants to deal with his father, but Patricia stops him, promising that it will all be over soon. A couple of days later, Robbie stops by Patricia's house to say goodbye. He's flying to the academy tomorrow afternoon. What can I say? I like that kind of goodbye. In the afternoon, Robbie is picked up by his friend to take the kid to the airport, and Patricia leaves after them. Marina is the only one left in the mansion. In the evening, a thunderstorm hits the town, causing the house to lose electricity. Frightened, Marina grabs a knife and almost kills Alex, who suddenly appears. The man goes down to the basement and turns on the automatic machines. In the morning, Alex leaves for work, leaving Marina home alone. The woman decides to feed the parrots and finds the birds dead. After taking a morning shower, Marina goes up to her room, where she is attacked by Patricia, twisting Marina. Patricia tells her plan to eliminate their family. She forces the woman to swallow pills, and supposedly under the influence of tranquilizers, Marina will open her veins. At this time, Alex is going through the documents in his office and finds a spousal photo of the Langley family. After learning from Mike that Patricia is the late Truman's wife, in the photo Alex writes home. The man manages to arrive before Patricia slits Marina's wrists. Alex stabs the woman, breaking a window, and falls to the ground. The police officers who arrived on the call never found Patricia's body. The girl ran away as soon as she came to her senses. Sometime later, a call comes in on the phone. Robbie wants to know how the parents are doing. According to the kid, he had a normal flight and he's doing great. After hanging up the phone, Robbie sits down on the bed where Patricia is waiting for him. What can I say? The plan is perfect. Of the whole family, only the maid died, who has nothing to do with Truman's death at all. This is the end of the movie.